Hey everybody, it's Nick. By now, you're probably aware that I have a soap business. I won't stop posting about it, and I'm probably annoying everyone. but have a lot of stuff to work on today. Got the day off from my 9 to 5, but I could not go any further without making a video because today is a special day. This is actually 1 month that Hemlock Point has been live, if you will. We released the website on the 1st of January, so it literally started the first day of the new year. Just seemed like a good time to start a soap business. But as a lot of you probably know, I do not really enjoy being on camera or public speaking or doing anything like that. I'm introverted. I'm not good at it. But for those of you that have, supported the business, supported me, and have made purchases, a lot of you have already become invested in what we're doing and what's going on. So that definitely deserves me, just sucking it up and getting on camera. And because there's a lot that has happened over the past month, it's been such a wild ride already, and I want to update you guys on what's going on. So before I go any further, I want to just go ahead and say those thank yous. If you've made that purchase or you've followed one of our social media accounts, we're on now Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Thank you so much. You have no idea what that means. Because, I have been making soap and candles for a while and have just kind of tousled around the idea of doing a business. And you go into it, of course, not knowing if it's going to take off and, if anyone's even going to like what you're doing. So for each sale that was coming through, it was just so exciting to get those. And there has been just such an outpouring of support from coworkers, family, people that just really want to see me succeed and they want to see this business succeed. And that's so amazing. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, just thank you so much. I'm not going to try to, name people because I know if I try to do that, I'm going to leave someone out, and I do not want to do that. But I can tell you how many times I've got a message through Facebook or text and said, hey, do you have some business cards because I am pitching you to so-and-so or a business, or I just want to get you some more business from my friends and coworkers that I work with. All of that is just things that you did not have to do, and you just did it out of the kindness of your heart. And I want you to know it is appreciated because you are not only believing in me and my product, but you are also making purchases and spending your hard-earned money basically sight unseen. So I'm learning with any kind of mostly online-based business, things like this, like sucking it up and getting on camera, or being consistent with making posts on social media are very important, very, very important. So thank you guys for everything you've done for me in Hemlock Point so far. So what's been going on? So we went live on December 31st, to be exact. It was New Year's Eve. Put the website up that night, posted about it on Facebook. And within the first week, sales were already coming in, which was super, super exciting. But with that came a lot of moving parts. A lot of changes had to be made. Apparently, when you make a website, you're not just instantly visible online. So I learned there was a lot of work I had to do as far as search engine optimization and using keywords in a strategic way in my posts that would help me be visible on Google. So for the first, I'd say 3 weeks, we weren't even coming up on a Google search. So, you know, that was something that took a lot of work. So got that done. And now I'm happy to say that we do show up in the search results. We're just way, way, way down there. And that's gonna take some time as Google kind of learns that, hey, this actually is a legitimate business and people are making purchases from it. That is just gonna raise my ranking, if you will, and essentially make Hemlock Point more visible. So there was also a lot of kind of branding changes. I'd say a lot of branding changes. Some of you guys have probably noticed some of that. Whereas the beginning, I kind of started out with a very rustic look and feel to like the logo. We first started out with this logo, and then we turned around and updated it to this logo. And you're like, well, why did you do that? Why have you changed it up? So going into this, I wanted to mostly target men and people that were kind of going after that kind of rustic feel. And a lot of you still are, don't get me wrong. I want to keep the name Hemlock Point and the fact that we are a business situated in the mountains of Western North Carolina. That's all very near and dear to my heart. I just wanted to bring it up to a more relevant age, if you will. Because what I started realizing is that it was actually young women and girls that were expressing the most interest in what I had to offer. So you think about what young women and girls go for as far as where they're shopping for their soap and bath bombs and everything else like that. They're gonna go to Bath & Body Works. They're gonna go to Lush, something along those lines. So why not just go ahead and make things that they're gonna like and try to do a better job at appealing to a younger generation as well. So that came about. I've not given up completely on making men's products. We still have all of those original things. We've just put more out in the way of things that women and girls are gonna like the raspberry, lavender, which I love that soap as well. Orange and patchouli. And let me tell you, I have never been a fan of patchouli at all, but it was suggested by a couple people like, hey, do you have like a tobacco mixed with patchouli scent? And I was like, well, no, I don't. I don't really like patchouli, but I ended up getting some of the oil anyway and decided to kind of mix it with an orange scent. And the first time I made that soap, honestly, it went in the trash because it was way too strong of a scent. It was almost smelled Christmassy, like a spicy orange. So I redid it, kicked back on that patchouli, and now today we have orange and patchouli, which has been such a good seller. I enjoy the scent of it as well. Didn't think I would, but yeah, it's been a good one. And it has been a very good seller for us. So speaking of that, there was a lot of new products came out in the last week. If you see me looking down, it's because I've written down some notes. I hope that's not gonna be too distracting. We did the raspberry mousse, orange and patchouli, of course, that French lavender, which is amazing. And then we also quickly found out we've got to have something for our customers to use to store this soap that they're buying. So immediately started looking for some wholesale options to get those sisal bags that you can, well, I'll just show you. So these bags, which are really awesome, you just take your bar of soap and you can slip it in the bag. You can slip it in the bag and then tighten that up, and then you can just hang it after you're done. And that's gonna keep your soap from getting mushy and dissolving, and it's gonna make it last a lot longer. But another cool thing about these is you can just keep your soap in the bag and bathe and shower with it. And so that's gonna give you the added exfoliation as well, if that's something you're after. Me personally, I like to just use my soap out of the bag and put it in here afterwards to keep it, from getting all mushy. Another thing we had to get was these cool little soap dishes. So these are a perfect size for my soap. You just lay it down like that. Looks really good on your countertop. And that's also gonna help your soap to drain after you're done with it. So if you like to wash your hands with these, you can just keep this right there. They look good. It's got a nice glossy finish on it that is gonna make that easy for you to clean. So we got that out. Kind of had to do that in a hurry. Started punching out some wax melts because we had a lot of interest in those. I'd probably say as much interest in the wax and candle products than the soap. So had to get to work and make a lot of those in a short amount of time. And then I had to do some rebranding on those as well. So all sorts of things had to happen behind the scenes. Designing labels with Canva. There was just kind of a learning curve to everything. And just figuring things out. When I first started, we tried to go with just the Etsy direction. Ended up having some problems there. And decided to go with Shopify and just go ahead, bite the bullet, and purchase a domain, hemlockpoint.com. And so now a lot of our products are mainly in that sales channel. But Etsy, as everybody knows, is just kind of the place to go for handmade goods. So it would be unwise for me not to completely turn my back on that option. So at the same time, it was going to be very difficult for me to keep up with two separate inventories, one for Shopify and one for Etsy. So had to figure out a way to integrate the two together so that inventory and products would be in sync. So happy to say that has been done. So we're on Etsy as well. Another thing I had to do was get Facebook shop up and going. So now you can go directly on our Facebook page and make the purchases straight from there. You're just gonna look for a shop tab under our name and it's gonna have the same exact things that we have on our website. So you can make a purchase there. So that was done. We talked about the Google updates, which wasn't very fun, but it had to be done. And then this was a huge thing. I was so ecstatic to get the message through Facebook. There is a good friend that I used to work with that works at a consignment shop in Weaverville called ETC. And they reached out and was like, hey, we'd like to talk to you about getting Hemlock Point stuff in our store. And of course I was like, oh yes, absolutely. Because there's only so much that you can do to explain to people how a product smells or feels or what a good job it does on your skin. People are more apt to make a purchase if they can touch and feel it. So I was gonna jump all over that opportunity to get my stuff out there in front of people. So I was so grateful to get that call, but also to go meet the people there at ETC in Weaverville. If you've not been there, I had not been there until this, but they are so awesome about supporting small business. There are lots of things that I would spend my money on in there and have. So if you are all about supporting local business and supporting local artisans, definitely check out ETC, because they're really good about doing that. They have quality products, and I am not the only soap supplier at ETC, I can tell you that. There's some very well-established businesses that sell out of ETC, and the staff there is just amazing. It was so good to meet with the owner, and of course to meet up with my old friend that, you know, helped get me in the door. So that was great, and again, go check them out. So that's kind of what happened over the month. I know that was a lot, and it was a lot of work, but I had a lot of help and a lot of support through it. My fiance now is helping me with this. We get home now after our 9 to 5s, and it's like, he's like, what are we gonna work on tonight? So he's been helping a tremendous amount as far as helping make those social media connections, building those relationships with other local soap makers. That's just something I'm not particularly good at, but you know, he's got a knack for that. He's also been helping a lot with the photography end of things, helping take those product photos. So super appreciative of every bit of help and support that I've gotten in the past month. So that's a little bit about what we've been doing, what's coming. So a lot of you have been asking about candles. When are you going to get the candles out? So if you know me, you know that I'm a perfectionist. I'm not going to release anything until I believe in it 100%, and it's a product that I myself am going to enjoy using. So I'm happy to say that we are getting that narrowed down, getting it nailed down, I should say. And I'm very happy with the test burns that we've been doing so far. We started out doing the raspberry vanilla scent and rustic teakwood, which I've got to tell you that rustic teakwood in any sort of wax, it transforms into just this awesome woodsy scent. So if you're the kind of person that likes woodsy scents or the smell of campfire, definitely watch out for rustic teakwood once that gets live. We've already got it in the wax melts, so go ahead and make a purchase there and try it out. Another thing that I'm super excited about is body butters. That's something that I worked on hard last weekend, and I am so thrilled and excited to say that we have got a recipe, we've got a product. So those are going to be coming out very soon. Actually going to work on some today. So I've got some to show you. So this is what they're going to look like. It's going to be a total of 4 ounces of product, not including the container, 4 ounces of product. So what's body butter? It is just a thick lotion, and I'm going to show you just kind of the consistency of this. As you can see, just a dab is going to go a long way. And this is made of all the same stuff that, well, for the most part, the same stuff that goes in my soap. Still vegan, and it is still paraben free. So you don't have to worry about any of those harsh, unnatural chemicals going on your skin. And I absolutely love this stuff. So be watching out for that. I'm going to be putting some more wax melts on there as well. And then hopefully within the month, I'd say, we're gonna have those candles for you. So again, thank you guys so much for everything that you've done, for your support. None of that goes unnoticed. Oh, real quick, another update on the packaging, because I talked a lot about how there has been branding changes. So this is what I'm talking about. This is where we started. It was just the paper wrap, which wasn't bad. And then individually wrapping all of the soap bars. Decided to turn away from wrapping the soap because as more people were actually coming in person to make purchases, it was making it hard for people to smell them. So now we just have the one wrap. You can see we have updated. I hope that's looking right. It's on this end, everything's backwards. Anyway, it's gonna look like that on the front, kind of updated. And then when you go to the back, it's gonna give you some more information, discuss how these products are cruelty-free, paraben-free, and vegan. And we're very transparent about what's in the products as well. So you're gonna know exactly what's going on your skin. So again, thank you guys so much for your support and for following along in this journey. It is a journey, but it's one I'm excited about. I really hope that one day maybe I can make this my full-time job. That would be the ultimate goal. But until then, I'm just gonna focus on building the business slowly. I'm not gonna try to do too much all at once and overextend myself. I do not want to overpromise and underdeliver. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it slow and steady, and we're gonna go from there, see what happens. So thanks again, guys, so much. Be sure to go onto our website and check out those products, and we'll see you again soon.